Welcome to Awesome Artsy Moms. My name is Ann Walsh, and this week I am speaking with Nadia Bonello, who is the author of True Artware. I met Nadia in Ottawa at the WOW conference, and I was so drawn to her booth because she had all of these beautiful, colorful pieces of clothing, and I just had to go and check it out, and I ended up buying a really cute skirt that I'm wearing today. And so I'm excited to introduce you to Nadia. Welcome, Nadia.
Hi, Anne. Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited for people to see your pieces.
Oh, wonderful.
The name of your company is True Artware, and I read a description on your website of why you chose that name. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. There are two reasons why I chose True Artware. The first one is because all of my images start from a true or real photograph, and then I work on them from there. So that's the first part of True. And then the second part of True is it's my true calling. I figured it out. It took me many, many years. Well, actually, I call myself a born-again artist because I was born an artist. Then, life gets in the way, you work, you do all that. And then now I'm back to who I really, truly am. And that's why it's called True Artware. Yeah.
Yes. You can see that with the colors, they're all colorful.
Yes.
So when I looked at your clothing, it's sort of a mix of fashion and graphic design and photography. So I was curious, what came first?
Well, when I first thought about that question, I thought to myself, oh, photography. But I realized I've always loved fashion, and I can remember going to Sears with my mom when Sears was the only place to go.
Yes.
And every week we'd buy like a new little outfit, and I can actually remember a whole bunch of them. So I think fashion came first, then photography came and was part of my life. Started in my mid-teens. I started taking photographs of everything, and I had this old camera, and I visited my relatives in Italy, and I took pictures and that kind of thing. I actually still have 3 pictures in my bathroom that I took when I was 16. So then came photography. And then lastly, it was graphic arts. And that came about because my stepdaughter took a graphic design program at Algonquin. And so I spent a lot of time talking with her about that kind of thing and learning a bit about that. So it kind of went fashion, photography, and then graphic design.
Yes, a meeting of both.
Yes.
And so how long have you been in business?
In this particular version of it, it's been, it's 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've just really started out in this. Yeah.
You had a lot of pieces out when I saw you. You had a lot of stuff
out. I do have a lot of pieces. I can't help it. I create a lot, and I want the people who come to the booth or come to my home parties to be able to actually see and feel them. You cannot really tell from my online website. It's you need to touch.
Yes, and even sizing. I tried a few different sizes when I was looking for the skirts.
Exactly. And that's the one thing, if I can say to women, don't look at the size. It might say small, but maybe you need a medium. It might say medium and you need a small, like all of my pieces are from different manufacturers, so that can change the sizing. So I just say, too small, just try up the next one. Too big, try down the next one. Don't bother even looking at what size you think you are. Yeah.
Yes, because we get so hung up on that.
Oh, we're very hung up on that. Yeah.
So where did you get the idea? Was it your stepdaughter? You were talking about your experience with her. Where did you get the idea to put both together, the photos on the clothing?
My stepdaughter. Yes, she was doing some t-shirt designs, and she was telling me about this print-on-demand manufacturer. And so I started playing with it just to see what it was like. And it actually started, I was just putting my photography up.
Mm-hmm.
Then they started adding a clothing component.
Okay.
And I started doing tights, like leggings.
Okay.
And then it just continued to progress, and and then I really wanted to do a Canadian manufacturer, because it's really important to me to have as much of Canadian product as possible. So I looked around, and there was a new print on demand in Montreal, and so I ordered in some of the pieces to check the quality of it, and I went with them. So many of my pieces are actually made in Montreal for me.
Beautiful. Love Montreal.
I do too. Yeah.
So creative. So what inspired you to focus on travel wear and wedding? Because I saw a lot on your website.
Oh, yeah. So travel wear, I love to travel. And since this is sort of my second career,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to focus on something fun.
Yes.
And something that I love. So when you travel, you see beautiful colors, florals, landscapes, and those are my two really favorite things to use for my garments.
Okay.
What was the question again?
So there's weddings and
Oh yes, okay.
travel wear.
So travel wear, because I love the traveling part of it. And weddings, I just thought some of my designs I thought might lend themselves to the casual island wedding. So that is sort of a new little part that I'm kind of working on the side. I probably shouldn't have brought it out quite yet, but that's sort of another section that I'm going to be working on.
The next chapter.
Next chapter, yes.
So that brings me nicely to the next question. Who is your ideal client?
Okay, so my ideal client is a woman who loves to travel.
Yes.
There are two age groups. I was thinking, what age group? So 24 to 34, generally single young women who like to go and travel, go to resorts.
Right.
The other group that has a higher disposable income would be the 45 to 60 plus, where they're either single, divorced, or they're in that stage of life with their partner where they want to start traveling. So that group there as well. But there has to be a love of travel.
Yes.
That's what I think. And those are generally the people who tend to appreciate it, and people who love bright colors, who want something special because my clothing is limited edition. So I guess those would be my perfect clients, my ideal clients. Yeah.
Maybe that's what drew me to your booth, because I want to be traveling.
Yeah, and that's true. If it inspires you to travel. Exactly.
You mentioned your manufacturers, and I saw that you list them on your website.
Yes.
And most of them are Canadian. And I just wondered, what's your criteria when you're looking for somebody to manufacture your clothing? Because you were very specific about what you...
Oh, absolutely. I would not use a manufacturer if I would not wear the clothing myself. If it doesn't meet the needs that I have when I travel, they have to be something that feels nice, that is wrinkle resistant, because that's one of the things. Nobody wants to be worrying about their clothes being wrinkled. They want to be able to just put them away. I look at weight of the clothing, because I have a goal for myself, and that's to be able to travel anywhere in the world just with a carry-on.
Yes.
Yeah. And so if you have lightweight clothing, you can stuff more clothes in it. So mine all tend to be that way. Quality is hugely important. And price point, it comes in there as well. So I want to make sure that I can provide a really nice quality piece, but it's not astronomically out of everybody's ability to buy. Oh,
I noticed that your mother was with you at the WOW conference when I met.
yes.
She was helping out at your booth.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, is she normally a part of your work?
She's just started being a part of my work. Usually my sister-in-law comes with me. She's been with me right from the very beginning, all of my craft shows and things like that. She's been very generous volunteering her time.
Yes.
But the last couple of ones, she couldn't make it. So I asked my mom. My mom's just turned 80. Oh, she's going to be 81. And I thought, you know what? It's good for her to come out and interact. And she's really enjoying it. So now I have two people who come with me and kind of know what's going on and that are willing to volunteer to do it. So.
She was so proud telling me about how you create the clothing, and I saw her little running shoes, which I thought was so cute. She was ready for action, you know?
Oh, my mom is always ready for action, and I wish I had her energy. Holy, yeah, exactly. So she really enjoyed herself, and I think I kind of saw her telling you about the thing, and I was going, oh my God, she's been listening. That's awesome.
Yes, oh yes, she told me the whole process.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So when we met,
yes.
I was asking if you were a mom, and you were telling me about you had a stepdaughter.
Yes.
So how did becoming a stepmom impact you as a businesswoman? We didn't talk about the whole graphic artist thing I didn't even know if you had a stepson or a stepdaughter.
Oh yes, I have a stepdaughter and a stepson.
Yeah.
They're both adults now. My oldest, Tom, is 27, and Jessica, the younger one, she's 25. And they've been part of my life now for, oh my goodness, probably 10, 15, no, 13, 14 years. So they weren't babies when we met. And we took it very slowly to integrate me into their lives. And they've brought so much color and experiences into my life. So that helped me be able to create. And the other reason that they've really impacted my businesses. So Jessica was always she was into dance, art, all those kinds of things. And I've always said to her, I want to grow up and be just like you, because she is authentically herself. And I think all of us women want to truly be authentically ourselves, right? And be accepted for it. So she always did some interesting things. Sorry. And she's the one that inspired me to do what I'm doing now. There was nothing that she tried that it didn't matter whether it worked or not. She tried it. Yeah. And so she inspired me when I thought, oh, I'll do it. I'll try it. And then, it was amazing. I was really blessed to have her come into my life, just like Thomas as well. So.
That's amazing. That's a great story. So that brings me to your work. Can we see some of your work? Sure.
Now, the first thing I want to show is something that I'm using because I want to raise money for PTSD. Oh, cool. My grandfather and my father-in-law were both in the military, and they both came home with PTSD, which affected the families. So for me, it's always been something that I've wanted to do, and I love to give back. So that's really important for me as well. So I created, and I don't know if you can see it, but I've created a scarf.
Ooh,
that says "We Remember" on it, and it's with all the poppies. So I have it on my website, and what I'm doing is I'm donating from the small scarves $10 of my profits to one of 3 charities that I have listed on the website. And the larger one, it's $25. So that's one of the things that's really important to me, is to have a cause.
That's fantastic.
And having a cause makes you want to get up, makes you want to do things, gets you to interact with people that you'd never interact with before.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it was important to do.
And people can find that on your website?
Oh yes, absolutely. I just put it up yesterday, so it's up relatively new. I've been I put it out on my Facebook, so you can take a look at it on my Facebook page, which is at True TRU Artware, ARTWEAR.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have it on my Instagram and that thing and that as well.
Okay, good. I'll make sure I
take a look. Yeah.
So
I have 3 or 4 main products that are the most popular. So right now I'm wearing one of my beach scarves, but because it's so light and soft, this little thing here can open up. Here, I might actually do this. I'm going to just put the other one down, my other dog down. I'll stand up behind there, but I don't know if you can actually see it. Let's see.
Oh, the colors. Colors are amazing.
So it's quite large, and as a beach, there's lots and lots of space to just tie it as a wrap. Yeah.
Cool.
So one of the things, oh, I got it inside out. So that's why the colors are a little faded. So let me just, I have to switch it around the other way.
Yes.
So you can see the colors are a little more vibrant this way.
Beautiful.
So this was actually one of the first ones that I created. This one is called Urban Reflection.
Okay.
And it's actually a night scene of Toronto.
Ah.
So this particular design is my most popular because it's very lightweight, it's wrinkle resistant, and you can actually wear it 8+ different ways.
Okay.
And they all look very different.
Okay.
So that would be an example of my drape cardigan. This is the same style, but I've tied it and I put a fringe on it as well.
Oh, well, I hadn't noticed the fringe before. I like that. I like the movement.
This one is a landscape. This one's a landscape as well. So this one is just the view from my backyard across my neighbor's backyard. And like I said, this one was Toronto. So landscapes are one of the major things I do, as well as, so this would be one of my wedding collection. Right. It's sort of light colored cream, but it has a design on it. This one is actually dandelion,
yes,
puffy white dandelions.
Yes.
So the other thing that I love to do is to take pictures of flowers as well. So this is one of my little dresses. I don't know if you can see it from. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't
so they're A-line. These are very silky in feel and perfect for hot weather. And they're actually flattering on everyone because they drape really well. So this is another example of one I have with flowers. I do, this one's my daisy one.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, so this is one of the popular ones. Right now I've got 3 new collections coming out, and I'm just waiting for samples of them. One of them is my peacock feather. That one, I actually have another peacock feather collection as well. And then I have one called a red stoke. Actually, I might have a purse like it. Hold on. No, sorry. I thought I did, but I don't have it handy. And then I actually, one of my, the third collection that I'm going to be putting out in November is my first actual graphic design where it doesn't start from a photograph. Oh. It starts just shapes. So, yeah, you got to try something new. So that's what I do. Yeah.
Nice. So you've got these new collections coming up.
Yes.
And you've got your poppy scarves as well.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to promote, events or anything coming up that you want?
Oh, yes. Okay. So I have, I do home parties. That's one thing. So that can be arranged with me. The home party, if I know you or you are somebody that somebody I know knows, you have the option of having it at my house, so you don't have to clean your house or anything. I have it all organized. All you'd have to do is bring food, light refreshment and that kind of thing for the guests that you have invited. Then I am starting to do home parties where I go to other people's homes. You can come in by appointment if you're not comfortable with other people around and you just want to come and see and try and feel and touch. I do take appointments for that. And I have so far November 13th, I was invited to be a vendor at the event for Allure Hair Design and Spa. They have a section that is Elite, it's called, and they're having a little get together, inviting by invitation customers to come and check it out, and so I'll be a vendor there. Nice. On the 13th. On the 17th, I'm going to be at the Marconi Center for the Villa Marconi annual Christmas bake sale they have. Okay. So that's been going on for over 10 years, and I've been part of it now for the last 2. And I think that's it. I'm just gonna, those are the ones that are actually penned into my, yes. And, oh yes, I forgot one more. I'm going to actually have some clothing at the Light Up the Night Almont, I guess it's a market event they have every year in December 7th. So it will be through a boutique called Avenir, and they're a Canadian boutique. Yeah.
You're a busy woman.
Oh my, yes.
That's great though.
Yeah.
And so do you have a newsletter that people can sign up for if they want to know when your collection comes out in November?
Oh, I actually have a VIP email list.
Okay.
Rather than a newsletter.
Yep.
So for the VIP email list, I usually about once a week to once every 10 to 14 days, I'll send out a letter that basically tells about anything new coming out. The VIPs get a monthly special that I only give to VIPs.
Okay.
And then it'll also have the events that I'm going to if they want to attend those as well. So I call it an email letter or something like that instead of a newsletter. Yeah.
It sounds more manageable.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. 3 things, that's it. I don't want to take people's time up, you know? So,
yes.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm very excited for you. I didn't realize how new your company was, and you've really branched out. You know, it's great that you're out and you're doing all these events and parties, and I wish you well. I'm very excited that I got to speak with you this morning.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it that you allowed me the time to share about my business as well. Thank you so much, Anne.
Best of luck. I know you'll do well. Just based on your personality and the stuff that I saw.
Thank you.
You'll do so well.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye now.